this one right here is a new. I'm gonna just make the assumption that it's the northern. Took some pictures of them on other trees. They look beautiful. I mean, the sugar maples, and that's what I'm gonna get edible. But done a little bit of walking here. Still gonna keep on going because that's earlier in the season. But this is also an edible. But these are pretty. Those are big. Once they get big, they name the reasoning behind that, but I know it was an interesting one. Tell if this is the Dryads Saddle. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of LT Outdoors. Today again, it's fall. Actually now it's real fall. Like it's getting down to 33 degrees tomorrow. Yeah, it's getting cold. I love this time of year though. But again, fall mushrooming, it's unreal. Especially, I told you before in the last fall mushroom video, it just keeps getting better. I mean, throughout the fall, right up till winter hits, it's nuts what you find. But right here, I've got a new one actually for me, which I know it's, for most people, it's a normal mushroom. But see, over the years, I've taken time to study, one or two mushrooms per year. I don't try to go crazy and learn everything all at once, because I want to be on the safe side. I don't want to learn too much at one time. I'd rather take my time, get to know the mushroom really good, and then go from there. But this right here is the lion's mane mushroom. I've done my research on it, and it's supposed to be really, really good. And I guess it's a good beginner mushroom too, because there's just not very many lookalikes that are like it, and I guess there's nothing deadly like it. So yeah, there's a clump here, clump there, clump down there. So I'm pretty excited to harvest this. From what I've read, it tastes like crab meat and has the texture of crab meat. Now this one here, and probably everything I'm going to find today, oh yeah, it even smells like crab meat. They're all going to be wet, which is a shame. Usually it ruins the mushroom. I'm going to take my time with it. The worst part about after a rain, if you can see on there, lots of dirt particles get thrown up there just from the heavy rainfall hitting the ground, throwing dirt. Normally this would have been a really clean, beautiful mushroom, but she's dirty. You know what? Dirt ain't gonna kill you, so I'm fine with it. But yeah, I'll stop the camera and show you right up here these other ones that I found. Alright, just wanted to show you guys. Got another nice clump of the lion's mane right there. And as you can see, it just keeps on going. Some of this down here under that log is going to be tough to get to. I'm just going to cut as much of it as I can. But yeah, this is so cool. Definitely going to be a good day. And I don't know if there's just, as far as I can look, there's mushrooms everywhere. I don't know them all. Like I said, I try to learn just a few a year. Usually one or two. But there's, this time of year with the moisture and the temperatures, there's just mushrooms everywhere. This is where I picked that first lion's mane. So I'm going to go along, pick the rest of this, and then we'll continue forth. I've done a little bit of walking here. Still going to keep on going because I'm sure there's some good stuff laying around. But I wanted to show you guys this. I did a little short video on this earlier in the season. But this is also an edible, by the way. It's better if you can find them when they're young. These are pretty. Those are big. Once they get big, they get really tough, like boot leather. But this here is called the pheasant back, or Dryads Saddle. Pheasant back because it looks like it's a pheasant's back with all the feathers. Dryads Saddle. I can't remember the reasoning behind that, but I know it was an interesting one. Something to do with fairies, I think. But anyways, yeah, that's Dryads Saddle. And another way you can always tell if this is the Dryads Saddle or not, if you rip off a piece and sniff it, it actually smells like cucumber melon. Like, I'm not even kidding. Real strong, sweet smell. So yeah, there you have it. Dryads Saddle. Now this one right here is a new one for me. And I'm gonna just make the assumption that it's the northern tooth-shelfed mushroom, because it has these little teeth. Can't get the focus right, but it has these little teeth on the underside, just like my sweet tooth hedgehog mushrooms. Only it's this one here's a shelf mushroom. As you can see, I took some pictures of them on other trees. They look beautiful. I mean, the clusters, they're just a gorgeous mushroom, but I guess they actually cause a lot of rot, and they kill a lot of sugar maples. And that's what I'm gonna guess that this is from what I've read. But I mean, it's too tough to even want to eat, even if I wanted to try it. It smells good, but it's tough. So I would say inedible. But yeah, that is a neat looking mushroom. Walking up on another porcupine. See if we can get up close and personal with him. That's a big one. What you doing, buddy? Huh? You don't have to be angry. I see you showing them teeth. Got nothing to be angry about, dude. One thing I love, getting up close and personal with nature. That makes the hikes alone even worth it. As you can see, he's poofing out that back. He's trying to show me, hey buddy, you know, check out my quills. And a lot of people think they're such a bad animal because, yeah, you know, quills get dogs and that, and it is a horrible experience for any animal that deals with it, but that's their only form of protection. I mean, these animals, porcupines, they spend most of their time on the ground or in the trees, and I mean, if they were just a ball of fluff, it would be so easy for something to pick them off, especially coyotes and that. But, yep, he's trying to show me he's angry. I'm not here to hurt you, dude. Just here to enjoy a day with you. Yeah, if you look real close, he's going to turn around and show us. Got all those spikes and the tail. The tail's what gets you. Ooh, see that? He jumped back. He actually scared me. They don't usually scare me. Yeah, it's a myth though that they throw their quills, but they will jump at you like that. He's trying to push back at me and say, hey buddy, you know, I'll quill you. Yeah, that tail though, that's what you got to watch for. They'll swing that tail. And I'm guessing he's been hit before because under those quills, not sure if you can tell, but he is bald as can be underneath those quills. Yep, something got a hold of him at one time. Calm yourself down there, buddy. I can tell that's a big old porcupine. He's clicking his teeth. He says, hey man. Yep, clicking his teeth. Smacking his tail. He's just trying to tell me, hey, get off my turf. But, yep. Pretty cool. I'll leave you be, buddy. He's probably the same one I ate lunch with last year. He's in the same area. Alright, well I was pretty happy to come across these because I've been doing a lot of walking and haven't seen a whole lot of anything, but yep, got some nice little, these are fresh, nice clean chanterelles. Cinnabars scattered along the trail. This is an area that I usually find quite a bit of my cinnabars, and I hadn't hit it yet this year. Yeah, these are good, clean, nice, fresh Cinnabar Chanterelles. These are excellent. I think I know I've showed these in a video before. I'm going to leave some of the little bitties. Got some little puff balls that are already kind of poofed out. Spores are coming out of them. Yeah, I'm going to pick some of these Cinnabars here and continue on. Now this is actually a real bummer. My very favorite mushroom for the table is the chicken of the woods, and that's what this was. But I'll tell you, that's the problem with a lot of the heavy fall rains. Really ruins some of the mushrooms. I think that's why we're not finding so much today. we have had some crazy rain lately, and I think it kind of ruined them all. They get so mushy when they get poured rain on, and a lot of them fall off the trees. And sadly, this chicken was one of them. So, but they grow back each year in the same place, so you got to remember them. I marked it on my phone, and hopefully next spring I can come back and get it. Did a lot of walking, still hardly anything, but did come across this nice little chunk of another cinnabar here. These are some good sized ones. They get pretty dirty after a rain, but like I showed in the other video, you just toothbrush them off. Use an old toothbrush, or a new toothbrush that ain't been used, obviously, and lightly brush them off. One thing I'd like to mention that I haven't mentioned yet, when you do find a mushroom of any kind that you're after, just take a peek at the area that you're in. That tells the whole story of where you'll find your next mushrooms, And I mean, it's just like fishing and anything else. Once you figure something out, the rest kind of falls into place. But chanterelles, chicken of the woods, stuff like that, all my favorite mushrooms, morels and that, they love hardwoods. I try to stick primarily to the hardwoods. There are species like the boletes. A lot of the boletes, they grow heavily in the pines, but I'm not a big bolete fan. Like, I don't like them. So yeah, I stick to hardwoods. That's where all my favorite ones are. Today, that's where we're at. We're just hanging out in the hardwoods with the porcupine. Now this is another new one that I've been studying this year that I would like to try. Sadly, it also got messed up by the rain. It's just sopping wet. This is actually called Old Man of the Woods. And yeah, I don't know if I can salvage any of that or not. It's pretty mushy. But yeah, I've come across these a few times, and they're supposed to be edible and really good. But yeah, it's hard to mistake that Old Man of the Woods the way they look with just looks like a crusty top. Yeah, another cool one to come across. Here's another Old Man of the Woods right here, right next to a deer turd. Again, hardwoods. Oak tree. I found anywhere around the oaks and maples, just all the good hardwoods. That seems to be the ticket for finding the vast majority of these good mushrooms. Hey everyone, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I know it wasn't anything too crazy, but you know what? Found some neat things. Hopefully I could teach you about the different mushrooms like the Old Man of the Woods and the lion's mane. I'm excited to try that lion's mane. I ain't gonna lie, I ripped off a piece and I tried it raw, and everything I read said it tasted like crab and had the texture of crab, and that's exactly what I got out of it, and I love crab. So yeah, gonna give her a shot, fry her up and see what it tastes like, maybe put some butter over it. But yeah, hope I was able to teach you guys something. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like, and share.